concept of reparations and as far as where that is coming from. And
Why not?
what I do support, yeah, I'll answer that. What I do support is focusing the policies to ensure that those policies are most impactful for the urban communities, just as President Trump did with in various key issues. So on immigration disproportionately impacts Black people. President Trump wrote that in two different executive orders. Nobody even knows it. Um, and as we tightened up immigration, we saw Black wages begin to rise. What's happening now with the wide open border is Black wages are going down. All wages are going down, but whenever wages go down, it impacts Black people the most. Um, we could talk about the opportunity zones. We could definitely do more of that. We could also talk about just the terrible, horrible criminal justice system overall, and what's happening in the judicial branch with in relation to criminal and civil courts, the issues with Section 1983 and the 14th Amendment, how that has been repurposed for all other things except for having a fair trial. And of course, we know that that mostly disproportionately impacts Black people, particularly Black men. So there are several things that the Republicans could do to directly address these problems, and the policy would be supported. But until we are able to get Republicans in many platforms and in many key areas, such as state GOPs or county GOPs, to focus on these issues, we won't make any headway. Now, to answer your question, why I don't support it, um, I mean, when you start breaking down the history, you begin to find that that it wasn't just Black people that were impacted, and then you have the fact that there were Blacks who participated in the deprivation. So I would say, and the enslavement. So I would just say that we need to focus, and like I said, these three particular areas, and we could even say education, but I would say the criminal justice issue, definitely immigration, and then the opportunity zones mixed in with the jobs, and then education. All of those are really one in the same, because it impacts each other, and we need to figure out ways how to get the Republicans to focus on these issues. Because from my standpoint or my view, and I've talked to the current state speaker of the House. This was last year. We had a conversation about the border, and I said, Mr. State Speaker, this is the state speaker of Arizona. I said, if we got to a situation where the tribal nations were not willing to be willing participants to secure the border, we need to move to take the money away from him. And he said, whoa, wait a minute. We don't want to do that. I said, well, you need to understand that if they're not willing participants and we're giving them hundreds of millions of dollars, including all the tax breaks they get on casinos and all these other things, we got to take that money away from them. And so that's just one example of how and let's just say the legislative branch of government, uh, especially that's controlled by Republicans in many key instances, they are dictating the policy down to the Republican apparatus, whether at the state, county, or district level. And I'm seeing this right now as I fight for.
Sorry, that was an accident. I didn't mean to mute you.
So no, that's all I had, and and if you want to reach out to me, I can help you to connect you to who you need.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions. You talked about how you were in opposition, direct opposition. Black Americans. Let me ask a couple.
You went in the Matrix.
Can Christian hear me?
You know, you just went in the Matrix for a moment.
Okay, Christian, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I just wanted to ask you a couple questions. Where are you? Where's your family from?
My
Saki speaking.
Both of you all sound like you're in the Matrix.
Well, Rhea, while they're in the Matrix, if you can hear me, Kevin Daniels is in the room. He was the
Okay.
Black
So
Outreach
let's
Director for the GOP under Trump.
Yeah,
So
let's
if you
bring
can
him
bring
up.
him
Bring
up,
him up,
he like to speak.
Sonny. If we can get him on stage, because I would like to talk to him.
Yeah, his name is
let me back out of the room.
Kevin
I'll come.
Daniels. I think he's requesting to speak, but he's in the room.
Okay. Yeah,
Back.
Kevin Daniels, raise your hand. We'll get you up on stage. Reeves to get you on stage.